Currently I am getting rid of sound deadening panels. So on cars you've got, they usually got some kind of mat underneath, like foam mat or whatever, is sound deadening, but you've also got these sort of tarmac type, surprisingly heavy shit that's actually physically stuck to the body of the car to sort of get rid of vibrations, and they weigh quite a lot. This stuff is practically, it seems to have a lot of metal in it for a start, but it's, for the size of it, it weighs a shitload. So on cars I've often got like 20 odd kilos out of a car, a biggish car like that. This car's probably got less because it seems to be in patches rather than the whole thing, but it's still quite a lot. There's 3 ways of getting this out usually. The easiest way, well, it depends totally on the type of car and how it's stuck down. They're all different. Some cars, and the easiest way, which is how I did this, is you get a hammer and a chisel and whack it and it'll come off in big chunks and it's dead easy. This car is nowhere near that easy. I got some off in fairly big chunks, but it's quite hard work. Some bits just don't come off in chunks at all. It's a pain, like these, and yeah, it's just a nightmare. Like the panels on the door like this, you got no chance with a hammer and chisel at all. They're just too soft, it seems. So you got 2 other options. The best option in the world, but it's not so easy in the UK, is use dry ice. Dry ice, you let dry ice sit on any of this for, you know, a minute or so, and then just whack it with a hammer, and it becomes so cold it's brittle and it just falls off. It leaves no residue, no nothing. It's really good. Unfortunately, dry ice costs money, and in the UK anyway, dry ice is not easy to get hold of. You buy it on eBay, all right, and get it delivered to you, but it's not like you can pop down your local shop and buy a bag of dry ice. So yeah, it's not that relevant to a lot of people, but honestly, it's the least trouble. The final way, and the way it seems to work best on this car, is a heat gun. On some cars, use a heat gun and soften it, and it just turns into a sticky, disgusting mess. It works, but it's messy and horrible. And sometimes it can take a really long time to sort of even heat up enough to get it off. But this car, it seems, while it don't come off very easy with hammer and chisel, it don't take much heat at all, and it scrapes off really nice. So while I've done all of this so far with hammer and chisel, I don't know if you see over there, but I got that door panel off with heat. So I'm going to do this now, and you can watch and not be amazed, but I better show you. And that's it. If you want to clean all this shit off, a bloody petrol soaked rag cleans this up in seconds. It's really good. It don't help to get the thick stuff off, but this final gluey crap, a petrol soaked rag just destroys it all. Or you don't bother, and I might not, because I don't really care. But yeah, you can get it off if you want. Easy. Right, the time is a bit later, I don't know, but I've got rid of all the sound deadening. Wow, all of it I could be bothered to get to. There's obviously some behind the dash still, there's some under the seats, but you know, with me, with tuning, with anything, it's money and effort for the result, and I ain't taking them fucking seats out, all the dash out, just to get a little bit more sound in. I've got, you know, 99% of it out. So I've not cleaned it out yet, I've just got all the big stuff off, but I'll show you what it's like now. Right, boot is clear. As you see, there's shitloads of bits everywhere, but the actual sheets of sound deadening, which is where these light patches are, they're all off. Inside the car, obviously the doors are gutted, and there's these patches here. Look, I mean, some cars have literally got the entire floor covered in it, but these Volvos only have patches, it seems. So not as much as a lot of cars. You'd certainly lose more weight on a lot of other cars. And yeah, as you can see, I've stripped out the car in general because, well, it's a heavy old beast, and I realise that I'm never going to take anyone in the back of it anyway. You know, it's purely a drift car. And I realised after taking a few bits of interior out, the difference, a bit less weight made on this. And then everything I've took out since has made quite a drastic difference. So I'm just keeping going. Leaving the roof lining in because it weighs fuck all, and you end up getting drips on your head in shitty weather if you take out roof lining. I'm still intrigued if removing all that rear bulkhead would affect the structure. I think it will, so I'm going to leave it. Obviously there'll be sound deadening and whatever in the front as well, the front door, but you know, I want a bit of protection there, so I'm leaving that one well alone. But yeah, footwell got rid of. There's some up in the corner, but it's too close to wires to be worth fucking with. And there's a load under the seat as well, but again, yeah, whatever. That's the passenger side footwell. Again, I removed a little bit more on this one because there's less wires in the way. But, you know, I ain't getting behind the dash and I ain't getting under the seat. I mean, you can see a bit there, look. But, yeah, whatever. And this carrier bag here, that is all the sound deadening, shitloads of it. So I reckon I should weigh it. These are just some luggage scales, but they work really well, like handheld luggage scales. So, what's it saying? Six kilos. Let's try again, just to be sure. Yeah, 6. So, not that much. Honestly, feels a bit more. It's 13.5 pounds. So, yeah, not loads compared to some cars, but it seems like everything I do on this car to take a bit of weight out makes a worthwhile difference. So, fuck it, it's not very difficult to get them out on this car. Of all the jobs there is, it's one of the easy ones. Tell you what, should we try and see what all that shit weighs as well, what I've removed from the door. That lot there is all the crap I've removed from one rear door. So obviously there's 2 of these. That is the crate that it's in at the moment. So I'm going to weigh that and weigh that, and we know how much I've saved per door. Right, let's do it quickly before it runs out of batteries. 15.5 kilos. It's about 15.5 kilos, so yeah, 34 pounds per door, minus this, which doesn't even feel like a kilo to me. 2 kilos dead on. 2 kilos dead on, which is 4.5 pounds, 2 kilos. So, saved about, so what's that, 2 kilos, I ain't even bothering pounds again, you can work this, you can do the maths for that, because I don't know pounds. But, 15.5 kilos, minus 2, 13.5 kilos, 2 of the doors, 27 kilos, that's quite a bit. It fucking feels it when you open and shut the door now. So yeah, definitely worth it. And pretty much free. Bit of plastic from, you know, clear plastic from the DIY shop, and a couple of angle grinder blades. That's all I got through, nothing much. And the odd Dremel blade. Oh, and some sealant, whatever, some black silicone sealant that costs you £5, whatever. So yeah, that, I mean, so far we got all this from the doors, that from the sound deadening, and all the shitloads which I've already thrown away, so I can't do it, but all the trim and the underlay of the carpet and the carpet and all that, that was probably more than 20 kilos. It must have been, I don't know. I mean, you were talking the rear seats, the sound deadening carpet underlay shit was like an inch thick. So must have weighed a fair bit. What I'll do at some point, don't know when, bear with me, I'll weigh the actual car as it is, because going by what people have weighed these things out just by stripping them out without going crazy, they get surprisingly light. And to be fair, I've probably gone further than some of these, and I've still got a bit more to go. So fuck knows what it'll weigh. If it even weighed under 1300, I'd be chuffed, because that's a relatively light car. In this day and age, when cars are like 1550 kilos just for a bloody hatchback, then that's very light. No, you know, because everyone thinks Volvo's a big old tank, but compared to what modern cars weigh, it's fuck all. So yeah, I'll probably weigh it once it's all done, because I'm sure there's a few more bits I can remove easily. If you want to go to town on it, there is a lot more to get out, but I want to, you know, it's that cost and effort per reward thing for me. Like I said earlier, and I'm doing the stuff that's the most reward for the least effort and the least money, because it costs me fuck all really. So free power. Anyway, let's carry on. Right, that's me done for this video. The car is now a fuck's out lighter than it was. Still don't work properly, like fueling wise, nearly. I'll tell you what it's basically doing now. It's fine as long as you're not above about 50% throttle and about 5,000 RPM. It's pretty fast considering, but yeah, still ain't right. But I think I've got a solution to that coming, providing all this corona bollocks don't completely put a stop to all of this, but we'll see. For now, the car has plastic rear side windows, a couple of bits of tape because it's not completely dry yet. Yeah, same this side too, plastic. The doors are now completely gutted on the rear, but all the central locking and all that shit still works. So yeah, that's all I cared about really, just in case. The inside, all the sound deadening's gone, all the interior's gone, barring, well, roof lining, front door cards. Left the front doors standard because people might crash into them, and I'm driving, so I'd rather not a car land on my lap. But yeah, the main thing this car needs now is to actually fuel properly, which, yeah, should be coming soon. I've got, that's a point, wheels. These are Enki Racing lightweight thingies, 50114 conversion spacers on it. I don't know why these are. The lad said they're only like 7x17, but going by, that's 215s on them. No, 225s on them, sorry, on the rear. I reckon they're more like 8s, because that would be ballooning, I reckon, if they were really only 7s. But hopefully they are 8s, because I've got these 9x17 versions to go on. I mean, these are 225s as well, and the tyre stretch difference isn't massive, so I reckon they're 8s. What offset they are, I ain't got a fucking clue. Don't know, not even taking them off yet to find out. But these are relatively high offset, high 30s or low 40s, so it shouldn't be too bad. I've got an arch roller, so I'll be going to town on the arches if I need to get these on. But yeah, these look pretty badass. They was a mess paint wise, but I gave them a quick DIY coat of silver eBay rattle can, and they look quite presentable now. I think I will do them in silver and keep them as spare drift wheels basically. Take with me on drift days to destroy, and put these cooler, slightly dishier, slightly wider ones on. So yeah, that's enough from me, and I'm going home because this is already way later than I thought. Right, ta-ra.